Philip had always believed he was a man of great intelligence. He had a way with words, a charming smile, and a talent for making people believe whatever he wanted them to. He grew up in a poor neighborhood, watching rich men drive by in their expensive cars while his mother struggled to pay the rent. From a young age, he decided that he would never live a life of hardship. But instead of working hard, Philip found an easier way: marrying for money. He had done his research well. He knew which women in high society were wealthy, single, and looking for love. That's how he found Amy. Amy was elegant, reserved, and came from an old money family. Her parents had passed away, leaving her with a fortune large enough to ensure she never had to worry about money. Despite her wealth, she lived a quiet life, rarely seen at extravagant parties, that made her the perfect target. Philip spent months wooing her, playing the role of the perfect gentleman. He made her feel special, showered her with attention, and convinced her that he loved her. Amy, who had never experienced such affection, fell hard. When Philip proposed, she accepted without hesitation. Philip could hardly believe how easy it had been. After the wedding, he moved into Amy's grand estate, a luxurious mansion on the outskirts of the city. He now had access to everything he had ever dreamed of: expensive suits, fine dining, sports cars. He played the role of the devoted husband well enough, but he was already planning his next move. He had to ensure he had complete control over Amy's fortune. Amy, however, remained somewhat distant. She let him enjoy the luxuries, but never fully handed over financial control. She managed her own bank accounts and investments. This irritated Philip. He had expected her to be naive, but she was smarter than he had anticipated. Still, he wasn't worried. He had time. One evening, Amy sat him down in the grand dining room. She looked troubled. "Philip," she said, "I have some bad news." He frowned, feigning concern. "What is it, darling?" "I've lost everything." Philip felt his heart stop. "What do you mean?" "There was a bad investment. Some of my financial advisors made terrible decisions. I didn't see it coming. The money is gone." Philip's mind raced. This couldn't be happening. He had married her for the money. If there was no money, there was no point in staying. "Are you sure?" he asked, trying to stay calm. Amy nodded. "I'm so sorry, Philip. I know how much you love our lifestyle, but we have to make changes. We may even have to sell the house." Philip excused himself and went to his study, shutting the door behind him. He had to get out. There was no way he was staying in a marriage with a broke woman. Over the next few days, Philip started making secret arrangements. He contacted a woman he had met at a charity gala, a wealthy widow who had shown interest in him. He was confident he could charm her the same way he had charmed Amy. But just as he was about to leave, Amy called him into the living room. She sat by the fireplace, looking calm, too calm. "Philip, I know what you're planning," she said softly. He froze. "What are you talking about?" Amy smiled. "You think I didn't know why you married me? You never loved me, Philip. You loved my money." Philip opened his mouth to protest, but she raised a hand. "Don't bother lying. I knew from the beginning. I just wanted to see how far you'd go." He felt his stomach drop. "But the money?" "Oh, the money is fine," Amy said cheerfully. "I didn't lose a single cent. I just wanted to see if you would stay if I had nothing." Philip's face turned pale. "You lied?" "Yes, just like you did," she said, standing up. "But that's not the best part." She pulled a file from a drawer and tossed it onto the table. Philip hesitated before opening it. His heart nearly stopped when he saw the bank statements. "You transferred my money?" he whispered in horror. Amy nodded. "You made it so easy. You were so busy spending my money that you didn't notice when I started moving yours. You let me manage your accounts, remember?" Philip felt sick. He had put all his savings, his emergency funds, everything into their shared account. And now it was gone. Amy picked up her purse and walked to the door. I've already spoken to the lawyers. The divorce papers are ready. You won't get a cent from me, Phillip. In fact, you'll be walking away with nothing. Just like you planned for me. Phillip was speechless. He had been outplayed at his own game. Amy smiled one last time. Goodbye, Phillip. I hope you learned something. She walked out, leaving him alone in the grand mansion, which no longer belonged to him.
Have you ever had to deal with this kind of situation? How did you handle it? Please let us know in the comments below. Until next time, always remember, you are stronger than you think.